Hey everybody, crew of Blind Wave back. I'm Aaron.
Hi, Calvin.
I'm Eric.
Stab you next time you do that. And we're back this time with another honest trailer.
Honest trailer.
Have you guys seen Ghostbusters 2?
Yeah.
No.
What? I don't think he has. He probably hasn't. Have you not?
With the women and everything?
What?
No.
Going. Eric's still incapacitated.
I've seen it.
You've seen it, okay.
Yeah.
We are going to be watching Ghostbusters 2 honest trailer from the good old people over at Screen Junkies. Make sure you guys go over to Screen Junkies. Give them a like.
Give them a view.
Check out their videos. Check out all their videos. Lots of good stuff from them. So,
Why is Mantis shrimp out?
asked Calvin, he put it out.
Looks kind of good.
Ah! Why is there a gnome out?
It's Vision's baseball movement.
Don't move very fast.
Hit the button.
Alright, I like this movie a whole lot. I'm excited to see what they say. Hit the button.
Take him!
That's not...
Before you see the reboot that the internet thinks will be an unfunny attempt to cash in on your nostalgia for the original Ghostbusters, revisit the unfunny attempt at a sequel that kinda already took care of that. Ghostbusters 2.
I like Ghostbusters
It's
2.
been 5 years since the Ghostbusters saved New York from a ghost apocalypse. Now everyone thinks they're frauds for some reason.
Yeah, I
My
know.
dad says you guys are full of crap.
Did your dad not live in New York 5 years ago?
Two big frauds and publicity hounds like you and your friends.
Seriously,
Oh, that guy always
did
plays my
everybody
dick.
just forget that the city was invaded by actual ghosts?
Yeah. I did always wonder that, too.
about goblins and spooks and demons.
Malarkey? What about the 100-foot-tall marshmallow man that destroyed part of the city? Remember? Gozer, Zool, huge earthquakes that swallowed a city block, dogs and cats living together.
We got dog!
yeah.
He-Man. He-Man. He-Man.
You know what? Fine. I hope He-Man likes ectoplasm and terror dogs.
Ungrateful little yuppie larva.
If you loved the first
Yuppie life.
Ghostbusters movie, then you should definitely go watch that one instead. But if you insist on seeing part 2, prepare for the exact same plot with tiny cosmetic changes, as the Ghostbusters start out as washed-up scientists who no one believes,
They think you're a fraud. I am a fraud.
get successful after busting ghosts for a huge jerk, then have a ghost-busting montage, while Venkman romances their client Dana,
same
who's being
one.
terrorized by a household appliance,
Yeah.
as the team is harassed by a snobby government official, who gets them arrested, until they're unarrested by the mayor after a ghost hole opens in the sky,
Oh, man. Dang.
resulting in a third-act finale where a huge mascot stomps through New York.
I said this
prompting the
last
Busters
time.
to shoot their
Last
guns
honest
into a
trailer.
portal thingy and save the day while all of New York celebrates. It's exactly the same as the first movie, but bad. Catch up with all your favorite characters who haven't changed at all, like Egon, who's still a nerd,
We had part of us lazy,
I
so I
straightened
straightened it.
Venkman, who's still a creep,
Hello, Dana.
Ray, who still spouts out nonsense,
As a psychomagnetheric slime flow of immense proportions is building up beneath the city.
Winston, who's still there sometimes, Dana, who's still Sigourney Weaver, but this time more naked, Janine, who's a horny cartoon character now, and introducing Figa the Carpathian, an evil painting who really should have stuck to writing metal lyrics.
On a mountain of skulls in the castle of pain, I sat on a throne of blood.
Hell yeah! The painting is awesome, right? This movie sucks. But you know what? Still kinda nice to see these guys on screen together. I mean, every generation has its hangover too. So before you go and see the movie that people have decided will ruin the franchise before they've even seen it, revisit the movie that already ruined the franchise by throwing out the fun grown-up comedy and doubling down on lame kid stuff. Unless you think the franchise was already ruined by that terrible video
That game was awful.
or that other terrible video
Yeah,
game,
I remember that
or
one.
Extreme Ghostbusters, or this embarrassing cameo in the Casper movie. Who are you gonna call?
I love that. Someone else.
Or the fact that Bill Murray never wants to do another Ghostbusters. Or that Rick Moranis gave up acting.
Yeah.
Or that Harold Ramis passed away. Or Dan Aykroyd losing his mind.
I don't think we will ever have a formal relationship, a formal contact with any alien species out there, especially after 9/11.
But hey, Ernie Hudson's available for whatever you got. Sequels, reboots, children's birthday parties, Ghostbusters 3.
He was in the Dragon Ball
Gotta
movie.
Eat. Starring Elwood Booze, Harold Ramis, Ringo, a very Murray sequel, Ripley and Newt, Honey, I Busted the Ghost, the only guy having fun in this movie, the photo booth pinch filter, Claudio Miranda, the stuff they make chicken McNuggets out of,
Yeah.
and the comment section of the new Ghostbusters trailer.
You worthless piece of lawn! You ignorant, disgusting clown! You foul, obnoxious...
I love that part.
This is what you do with your spare time.
Ghostbusters 2, The Secret of the Ooze. You know, the original Ghostbusters movie probably ruined something too. The original Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, we're clever, courageous, and strong.
Yep, that was a thing.
Ghostbusters do it
They have a gorilla?
Be sure to subscribe.
What was
Harambe!
that?
Honest Trailers.
Harambe?
Hey, Screen Junkies.
Dicks out?
Subscribe.
No, Calvin, not dicks out for Harambe.
Oh, you
No.
said dicks out.
I know.
I didn't even know it was for Harambe.
Yes. Aaron, you seem a little miffed.
I don't remember it being that bad.
I don't remember.
I still watch it and stuff. I enjoy it, but
I enjoy it.
I
It's-
remember thinking it was very similar.
I guess I've never noticed how similar it really is.
Very,
Though.
yeah.
I always felt like. I mean, I guess the main story plots are the
Yeah.
same, like the way they mention it and all. But I enjoy like the courtroom scene. Like I like
Yeah.
that scene.
Yeah.
And I liked the Statue of Liberty, how they needed like a sign of hope. So it was like a good mascot walking instead of a bad mascot.
I like
walking.
them insulting the slime.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
that was-
And like Ray sleeping with it.
Yeah.
I like a lot of the movie.
I'd said before that I felt like the movie was very similar with a worse soundtrack. Like the orchestration was not as good.
I don't know about that. I like
first one.
I like their theme they had
Yeah.
by I think it was Bobby Brown, right? But I liked it. He had like a little rap in there because it was from the '80s and like everyone had to have like a little rap
Mhm.
in their theme song and stuff, and it was
Sure.
good. I liked it. I don't know. I guess it is really similar. I'll give it that. It's really similar.
Yeah.
It's really
but,
similar.
But I
But I-
still enjoy both of them.
I don't see that as really a negative thing.
I mean, it could be. It just
It
depends on
could
how
be a
it's
negative
watched and
thing,
viewed
but
and-
like it's not meant to be taken super serial.
I mean, a lot of people were upset with The Force Awakens for being too similar to A New
Yeah.
Hope, but I liked it. You know, I enjoyed.
Yeah.
I enjoyed what they were going for.
I mean, I
and-
see what they're saying there, but I mean, the similarities between that and A New Hope and then Ghostbusters 1 and 2 are vastly different, I feel like.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing.
No, I mean, like,
The same way as how they mention these of like frauds, you know, some prick, you know, doing this, a mascot walking through the city. I mean, it's the same tempo, the same beats that
Not at all.
Force Awakens
I
to
mean-
New Hope hits.
okay, well, what, like Finn in The Force Awakens, what character and theme are we hitting there in A New Hope? That's completely different. That's 100% new, right?
Okay.
We're not in the same places. This takes place in New York
well,
with a
okay.
big giant thing.
Well,
That's not the case in
Who,
Force
in
Awakens.
Ghostbusters 2, the art gallery guy, who is he in Ghostbusters 1?
Well, I mean, they even said that in this. That's good. That is different.
Yeah, the same beats in Force Awakens are in A New Hope, but I like it.
I don't think that they're as similar as Ghostbusters.
I mean,
But that's just. But if you feel differently, then that's cool.
okay. One of the big things they covered in Ghostbusters 2 was about anger and about the city,
Mhm.
versus like Ghostbusters 1 was just about there was some evil showing up.
Yeah.
Whereas Ghostbusters 2 was very more prevalent on like the city needs to
Sure.
Get
there
better.
needs to be a goodness in the city from the people and not just
Yeah.
from that. And that was a big theme that they had there.
How do you feel about like they're 100% correct where the city just thinks they're frauds after this giant attack. You know,
I kind of wondered that whenever
that
it first
had like
started.
news reporters and shit. You know,
And I never thought there was really an explanation as to
there's
why
none.
they did that.
It can't be a good reason. 5 years is not enough, right? And they have evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was nothing like, unless they like. I guess if they would have led into something where they're like, "Hey, these guys were the ones that planned it, and it was all
Yeah.
a big act to scare people and make them seem famous."
Yeah.
But they never touched on that, you know. Like it seemed like
No, or you could call it like a mass delusion, but you have photographic evidence. I mean, there was news reporters on the scene.
there was a giant walking
Stay Puft
marshmallow man
yeah.
that they had to clean up for probably days.
Yeah.
You know.
Or eat.
What?
I can dream. Let me dream.
So I mean, I don't know why they just all of a sudden had.
No credibility.
Yeah. They should have had something.
Well, I mean,
So they had something to overcome. I mean, if they're just the heroes, that's why almost all sequels, your hero isn't, doesn't become the hero. Spider-Man 2, all that stuff. They always have a problem they have to overcome like that.
Venkman took a job as like a
Like a
TV
promoter, yeah.
Well, no, like a TV.
It was a TV paranormal talk
Yeah.
show
Yeah.
where they talked about people that could
Yeah.
like read minds or bend spoons or whatever
Yeah.
else and
Yeah.
stuff. And his next episode was about hairless cats.
Because he is a fraud, right? Yeah. Because he's just putting up shit there.
Yeah, he didn't know anything. But it was what I did like about it in that moment there was where there was one chick who was like, this alien took me into his hotel room that looked a lot like the
Yeah.
whatever yet. It could have been a spaceship to look like the hotel. I don't know. and he told me Valentine's Day the world's gonna end in 2035 or something, you know. And then the other guy's like, the world's gonna end New Year's Eve this year, you know. He's like, I have a very strong feeling about it.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? And his was like just talking about them. I liked that. He's like, well, what about the book? Like, that was Benjamin's idea. I was like, the book.
Did you ever see the live action Casper movie?
Live action. Yeah, you talking about with no, what's her name? Ricci, Christina Ricci,
Yeah,
right?
I think so.
Wasn't she in it?
I think so.
Yeah, I
I
did.
love
Is it
that.
Ricci?
I love that Casper movie, and I like that they had a Ghostbusters cameo in it.
I did
thought it was
too.
funny.
I liked
Who are you
it
gonna
as well.
call?
Someone
Somebody
else.
Somebody else. I like the one thing they said about like we're going through like everybody and like, but Ernie Hudson, he'll do whatever. This, that, and it was like feed Ernie or something like that. I forget what they
Yeah,
said.
he was in the Dragon Ball Evolution movie.
Yeah.
Was he really?
He pretty much played. I mean, it wasn't like it at all, but he was the role of Kami pretty much.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He was like the leader of like these like 7 monks or something that serves zero purpose. They also called the moves that they did like the energy blast and stuff. They called it airbending.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. Like Master Roshi's like the Kamehameha is the most powerful of the airbending attacks or something like that. I'm like, what's this?
They should have
bullshit?
just called it like key attacks or chi
Yeah,
attacks or something
I know.
like that, you know?
I know.
Like key.
Like Avatar?
Pretty much. It was terrible.
All right, so Ghostbusters. You guys have any other thoughts?
I enjoyed it. I know there's problems with it, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And honest trailer was supposed to be just funny too.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is right. Oh my gosh, you're attacked by an appliance. All right, that's it. I didn't think about that. It's so silly. And even though I haven't seen the new one yet, so I'm not really gonna have a vote on this.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think as far as with Ghostbusters? There was a really good one in the beginning. Then apparently the sequel was not as good. And then we have the new one that just came out. So, which sequel, or I guess not sequel because the newest one's not technically a
So the
Oh,
sequel or the
sequel at all.
reboot? Which
Yeah,
one was the
so
better?
the sequel or reboot?
Which one? Which one told the story of the first one better?
Which one's better? Which one's worse?
Which one is worse?
Okay. So which
Yeah.
one's worse?
Which one is worse?
Yeah. Ghostbusters 2 or
What is
Ghostbusters
worse than
reboot?
Knife?
Let us know. I don't have a vote because I haven't seen the new one yet.
I
need
haven't
to
seen
do
the
that.
new one
I don't
either.
think it's in theaters anymore, so I gotta wait till it goes to DVD.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the new one yet either. Which I guess is probably indicative of a lot of things. Like we just haven't seen it, you know.
Yeah.
But if I had to guess, I'm assuming that most of the majority will probably go to Ghostbusters 2, just because
It's
of
worse?
of the loyalty is better.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know, but we'll see. I don't know. I've heard conflicted things. Some people hate the new one. Some people are like, you know what? I thought it was good.
I've heard some people say like they loved it until the last like 30 minutes or
Yeah.
so, where things they just didn't care for.
Some people said that like it's a really good movie for like a teenage girl. It's not really necessarily made for like 30-year-old men, which is fine, I guess. Just you're taking a franchise that men who were 30 loved when they were boys, you know.
Yeah.
So whatever, but that's okay.
All right, guys, that's gonna be it for this. Make sure you go to patreon.com/blindwave. There you can choose your votes, check out early access, all that stuff. It's gonna be in the description below, as well as our social media, our links to our Twitch, our links to what else? I don't know what else is down there. Bunch of stuff. Hit like, hit the subscribe button. And Calvin, what's that say?
Blindwave.net has.
Shirt stuff things.
Website. Go there. Until next time, I'm Aaron.
Bye, Calvin.
I'm Eric.